Hi, I'm Bob Ryan. This is Globe 10.0, and with me today is Dan Shaughnessy. Boston Celtics with the second best record in the league, playing the Minnesota Timberwolves tonight at home, and they have a stretch in January, Dan, where they could make a lot of hay. All right, they just come through a real injury siege, and Rondo came back in this victory against Toronto, not his complete self, but, you know, it made a big difference. Just at the point, were you worried that the injuries had really finally caught up to them?
Yes, and then people started to come back. Rondo comes back, you know. There's a little bit of a pulse with Jermaine O'Neal.
Yeah, Jermaine O'Neal's sightings have been pretty positive lately.
Perkins, you think maybe a month and a half away, maybe a little bit less than that. That's a good thing. Delonte down the road. It's all going to come back. The Garnett thing is the one that worries me because we went through this drill a couple of years ago. They said 4 games here, there, and then it ended up being the whole playoffs. Get him back and you feel a lot better.
Well, the Rondo thing specifically caught up to them. There's no question. It had everything to do with the losses that they had because Nate Robinson was put in a role that he cannot fulfill. He is a 5'9" guard. If he has to start worrying about distributing the ball, he's in trouble. He's a guy you want off the ball. You want off the ball even on the second unit. That's why Marquise Daniels has got to have the ball when he's out there. So that's number one. And the Garnett thing hasn't played out yet. It's going to hurt them. There are going to be certain games, particularly. For example, tonight with Kevin Love, I'd like to have Kevin Garnett out there. Now, fortunately, Baby, that's a body matchup Baby can handle. That's good. I mean, you know, that's okay, but it's going to hurt them until they get Garnett back. Let's kid ourselves. They're playing San Antonio without him. Duncan, look out there.
Yeah, it's an interesting week having this game tonight, having Minnesota in town. Then, of course, San Antonio comes in here on Wednesday. The thing I see, you know, the Celtics are not going to be a 65-win team. You don't want them to go that hard through the thing. And eventually, at some point, Miami's going to pass them in the regular season. I think they're
they're 2 in the loss now. Miami's on a roll, 2 in the loss. You'd like to maintain that, obviously.
I don't think you're going to.
Simple reason that would mean that Miami would be playing Orlando in the semis, and you wouldn't have to play both of them. Although I'll tell you what, there's a team out there in the rail, and I'm going to tell you right now, a team we're going to be talking about more and more. Oh, positively, they're playing now real well without Joakim Noah. Whenever he gets back, they're going to have a lot of things going on, real positive there. But anyway, the Celtics. The simple answer is, yeah. You know, you can say all very nobly, you know, injuries are part of the game, blah, blah, blah. Well, eventually things catch up to you, just as they will catch up to the Mavericks without Nowitzki and Caron Butler. See you later, Mavericks, if they can't get those guys back, too. That's the reality of it all. So meanwhile, the Celtics are going to have to make do and hope that the fact that they're home for the preponderance of January will help them get through this tough stretch.